Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a speed reviews kind of video. Now, I've never done this on my channel, but I've seen other people do it, and I think it's a great idea. So pretty much, I'm just going to be talking about a bunch of products that I've been using for the past couple weeks, and even couple months or so. I have a mixture of makeup, skincare, hair care, a little bit of fragrance. So I think this will be fun because I can just tell you what I've been using and give you little mini reviews on them. Some of these products are just like new in general, some of them are kind of older, so it's just kind of a big mixture of just things I've been using and how I feel about them. Before we get started, in case you're wondering what's on my eyes today, it is the Natasha Denona Triochrome palette. One thing I've been doing is I'm just really trying to get use out of my older eyeshadow palette, so I have them all behind me on my shelf back here. I laid them all out, so every time I want to do eyeshadow, I pick one of those palettes, and today I was kind of in the mood to do something kind of colorful, so I grabbed this, and I love this eye look that I did today. So if you want to see how I did this eye look, I did it in a short, so I will link that down below for you in case you're interested. All right, let's dig into these products. I have them all just laid out in front of me. I don't even know where to start because it's just a big mixture of everything, you know? I'm gonna start with what's burning on my lips right now. So Too Faced recently came out with the Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shaper, and this wasn't on my radar at all, honestly. I think I saw that they launched them and I was like, oh cool, like I wasn't really in the market for a new lip liner, but they came in PR and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I opened one color, and this is my third time using it. I am wearing it today, and I opened the shade Puffy Nude, and it's a really pretty pink color. Like, I think it's gorgeous. At first I thought the shape of it was a little weird because you know how most lip liners are like a pencil with a point. There's no point to it, but I actually really enjoyed the application. And when I first applied it, I didn't notice any plumping or tingling, but about 10 minutes later, I can just feel the whole perimeter of my lips on fire a little bit. Like, it feels almost exactly like the Lip Injection glosses. Like I said, this is only my third time using it. I like the color, I do like the application. I don't know if it's actually plumping my lips or not. Honestly, like maybe a little bit, but I also do have lip filler, so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes if something is actually plumping. I think I will continue to use this, but I'm definitely not going to open the other shades. These are going to go into my giveaway bin. All right, now let's talk about a lip product that I have been really liking, and that is the e.l.f. O Face Satin Lipsticks. I've talked about these a few times now, and I still really like them. So I have two shades. I have No Doubt and Dirty Talk. Dirty Talk is a little pinker, where No Doubt is a little more nude. I really like the colors of these, and I do like the satin formula. It does just glide on really nicely, and it also fades nicely throughout the day too, because I just don't like matte lips in general. I also enjoy the packaging a lot. It is similar to like that NARS one, has a magnetic cap. It feels kind of bougie, especially for e.l.f. I think these are like $9, which is kind of high for a e.l.f. drugstore lipstick, but if you're in the market for a new satin lipstick, I don't think you'd be disappointed in these. All right, I'm gonna go back to another lip product that I really did not like, and I had such high hopes for these. This is the Lawless, where's the tiny print? It doesn't really say the name of the product, but it's the new, what do you call these? Like a stick balm. I wanted to love these so bad. When I saw they were launching it, it was on my list. It was in my Sephora cart, but they sent them to me in PR, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So they sent me all the colors, and I only opened two. I have Georgie in Pink Marshmallow. I need to find these on Sephora because I had such high expectations. What does it claim to do? Here we go. It is the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Tinted Lip Balm, okay? So it claims to hydrate, plump, and soften your lip. And I just find this so hard to apply. When I go to like put it on my lips, I have to like really rub it in. It does not glide on nicely at all. Like, it's just a very stiff formula. So this is the shade Georgie. I just don't like it. It doesn't do it for me. It does not plump my lips. It does not look shiny and glossy like I would want it to. I saw someone comparing these to the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plumps, which I love so much more than these. So if you're looking for kind of a glowy, hydrating lip balm with a little bit of a tint, get the Tarte ones. I've seen a couple people recommend these, but I just can't. But a lip product I do love from Lawless is the Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Glosses. These ones are amazing. I wear these every single time I do like my little shorts or my reels where I have like some kind of gloss on my lips. Everyone's like, what are you wearing? It's this. So I wear Cherry Vanilla a lot, and then this one is Rosy Outlook, kind of more of a pinky nude color, but these are amazing. pass on these ones. All right, let's switch it up a little bit and talk about some skincare products. So I needed a new eye cream. So I was looking on Sephora, looking at the best rated ones. So many people were recommending the Pharmacy Wake Up Honey eye cream. And I was so happy because I was looking on Sephora, and I always look in the beauty offers section. It's like a little section of the website under sale, I think. And in the beauty offers, it was like add a free trial size of this to your purchase. And I was like, oh, this is great because I want to try this out, right? Turns out I really do like this eye cream. It's nice and thick. Like, I like when I can feel my eye cream go on and hydrate my skin. I do have dry skin, by the way. So I got the little trial size. I loved it right away, so I immediately purchased the full size of this. It says it's an ultra hydrating eye cream that brightens and targets dark circles with vitamin C in our proprietary honey blend. So I like the vitamin C in it. I don't really know if it brightens my dark circles, but I just really like the consistency of this because I like thick creams on my face. So I'm very happy with this eye cream so far. Speaking of thick creams, let's move into this Caudalie Premier Cru La Creme Rich Cream. It's their new like nightly moisturizer. Now this was sent to me in PR. This is an expensive moisturizer. I think it's like $160, but this moisturizer has a lot of claims to it. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh, I lied. It's $129, so a little less than $160, but it's over $100 face cream. Like, that's a lot. So it says it's a rich moisturizer that visibly repairs skin barrier and reduces the look of wrinkles. It's for normal, dry, and oily skin, so it helps with dark spots, fine lines, wrinkles, and redness. Now, again, I'm 26. I don't really have dark spots. I have more like acne scars. I have maybe like a tiny bit of fine lines, but not really wrinkles, and I don't really have redness. So you're like, Angela, why are you using this cream? I got it in PR, so I wanted to try it because Caudalie's kind of a bougie brand, you know? And this is another product where I really like the thick texture of it. So I've been using this at night. I'm about halfway through the jar. One thing I do appreciate about this is that it's actually a refillable container. So if you do buy this and you like it, you can just buy the refill for a little bit cheaper, so you don't have to buy the whole packaging again. So I'm actually pretty close to the bottom of the tube here. I definitely won't repurchase it just because, like I said, I don't have wrinkles, dark spots, fine lines like this moisturizer says it helps with. But I am really liking the texture and consistency of this, especially at night when I want something just super hydrating and thick on my face. But now I'm thinking, it says it helps your skin barrier, and I have noticed my texture has gone down quite a bit. It has 4.6 stars on Sephora, so maybe this is helping my skin. It's kind of hard to know like what's actually helping your skin, you know, but again, I don't think I'd repurchase just for the high price point, but I am enjoying using it while I have it. Another skincare product I bought because of Kelly Gooch. She was talking about this in a video where she was talking about products she like always repurchases, and it was the Pharmacy 10% Niacinamide Night Mask. And the way she was talking about it, I was like, that sounds really good, so I'm gonna try that. I'm not really a face mask kind of girly. I just hate like putting on a face mask and having to wash it off and then like redo my skincare. It's just a waste of time for me. So I really like night masks just in general. And like I said, I like thick creams at night, and that's exactly what this is. I've used it a handful of times now, and you're supposed to use this as the last step of your nighttime skin routine. So this says it visibly refines texture and pores and helps strengthen the skin's moisture barrier with 10% niacinamide and 3% panthenol. But I do really like that it has that 10% niacinamide because I do kind of have more acne prone skin, acne prone in texture, so I'm liking this. I don't know if I'll repurchase it, but I'm going to continue to use it. I want to talk about this product that was probably my least favorite out of everything I'm talking about today, and you might be surprised by this because I feel like a lot of people have been raving about this product, and that is the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. So they sent me a PR package of like 4 or 5 of their like hero skincare products, but I was super excited to try this because I love a cleansing balm. My favorite is the Juno & Co. one. I also like the Pharmacy Green Clean one. So the first night I went to use this, I opened it up. It smells amazing. The texture is nice and thick and creamy, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna love this cleansing balm. So I always start on my eyes when I use a cleansing balm, right? Because I always clearly have a lot of eye makeup on. So I'm like rubbing it on my eyes, and I was like, my eyes are kind of burning right now, and my eyes felt like they had peppermint in it. I used it on the rest of my face, and I like rinsed my eyes, and like it was very uncomfortable, not a good feeling. And I was like, what was that? Because I don't have that problem with any other cleansing balms I've tried. I read the back of the instructions, and it says, if contact with eyes occur, rinse thoroughly. So it's not meant for your eyes, which pisses me off because like what's the point of a cleansing balm if you can't use it on your eyes? I don't get it. So I really wanted to like this cleansing balm, but it's also a really expensive one too. But I don't know how else I could use this product, and it's not like I want to use this one on my face and a different one on my eyes. There's just like too many steps. I like cleansing balms because it's like a one and done, take off all your makeup and then use a cleanser kind of thing. So I wish I liked this, but I don't. The one I like the most is the Juno & Co. skin one, and I think that's like $12. This one's like $60 to $80, I believe. It's just, no. Not good. Speaking of removing makeup, I wanted to quickly talk about these little mini makeup erasers. I think I bought these in like December or January because they had a little set. It comes with 5 of these and they're all like really cute neutral colors. There's like a brown, a black, a gray, a white, nude. Like I love neutrals, you know? And I've used the makeup eraser before, and their whole kind of selling point is that like you just need water on this to take off your makeup, which I don't necessarily agree with. So I kind of use it in a different way. So when I wash my face at night, I use a cleansing balm, not the Elemis one, or some kind of like cleansing oil. And I have this thing, I hate splashing water in my face because the water just gets all over your arms, all over your sink. It's so annoying. And so what I do now is I do my little cleansing oil, my balm, and I get this completely wet, and I use this to just wipe off all that cleansing oil on my face, rinse it out. I'll do my next step of my cleanser. Again, grab this, wipe off everything. And I think the two sides are slightly different. I believe that this side is slightly more exfoliating, and I can use it on my eyes to like really take off my eyeliner and mascara. I just love this. It fits in your hand. It has like a little grippy do right there. I love this so much. And the best part is that they're reusable. So I use it once, put it in the laundry, and it comes out perfectly fine. Like I've used this for months and there's no stains or anything on this. I don't know if they sell this exact set anymore with all the neutrals, but I've seen a bunch of different like prints and patterns they have on their website and Sephora, so I highly recommend these. I do want to talk about a little makeup remover oil cleanser that I have been liking, and that is the Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. So I'm almost about halfway through this right now. So I bought this because I finished my Juno & Co. cleansing balm and I wanted something new to try, and I've heard a lot of people rave about Peach and Lily, and I've never tried their stuff before. And I don't know why I fully expected it to smell like peaches, but it's actually fragrance free, which is kind of nice, but I kind of wanted a peach scent, you know? It just sounded nice. I love peaches. So this does do a great job at taking off my makeup. The only thing I don't like about it is that I feel like I have to do like 3 or 4 pumps of this to get enough product to take off my makeup. I prefer products I can just do like 1 full pump and go. It's just a weird little thing I have, but it does do a good job. I would totally repurchase it. I like that it's fragrance free because it does not irritate my eyes like the Elemis one did, and I use this with that makeup eraser little thing all the time. I actually posted a whole little makeup removing reel short TikTok, I posted it everywhere, I think, using this, and Peach and Lily actually reached out to me and they were like, hey, we want to send you some more products. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, because I want to try more of your stuff. So I want to quickly talk about some of the things they sent me. They sent me some products from their like glass skin line. So we have the Glass Skin Refining Serum, the Glass Skin Water Gel Moisturizer, and the Glass Skin Veil Mist. Out of these 3, I like the mist the most. I've been using this a lot during my makeup. I've actually been using this product like after I apply my spot concealer, I spray this all on and then I blend out my spot concealer. So it like hydrates my skin, sure, and sometimes I'll finish my face with it. Like, let me just... It's a nice mist. It's very just fine. It's not going to leave like big droplets on your face. Again, doesn't have a smell, which is good if you're like sensitive to that. I don't really know if it does much, but I definitely will finish this. But these other 2 products, I just did not like. Like I said, I have dry skin. I like thick moisturizer. So I tried out the Water Gel Moisturizer. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which I was excited about. I love that ingredient. This is so sticky on my skin, and it just did not hydrate my skin at all. I applied this as a moisturizer one day, and like 2 minutes later, my skin still felt dry. So it just did not do anything for me. So if you have dry skin, I would pass on this one. And then the Glass Skin Refining Serum, I was kind of confused about this product. I was like, when do I use this? So I actually looked it up on TikTok, and it turns out this was like a really popular TikTok item. So it says it's supposed to visibly brighten, firm, hydrate, and calm. Pat onto clean, dry skin. I didn't notice any difference with this. I tried applying this like right before I did my makeup. I also tried it being part of my skincare routine, and I just don't think it did anything for me. It's supposed to give you like that glass skin look that is popular, but I can't even see where I put on my hand. It just doesn't really feel like much. It doesn't hydrate my skin. And like I said, I have acne prone texture skin, so I can't get that glass skin look no matter how hard I try because I got texture, you know? So this is just not the right product for me. If you like to use this in a different way, please let me know. Also, I know a lot of you like Peach and Lily, so let me know what Peach and Lily products you do like. Because so far I like the cleanser, I like the mist, but these two are a pass for me. Oh my gosh, I need some water. I feel like I've been talking for so long. All right, now let's jump back around again and let's talk about some more makeup stuff. So I wanted to mention the Kristen Dominique and Sigma brush set. So when I saw this come out, I was like, oh, interesting, like Kristen Dominique, I haven't seen her in a minute, you know? But I did receive these in PR and I was excited because you guys know I'm a sucker for Sigma brushes. They are like the best in my opinion. And I also really like these matte pink handles. So I did post a little reel and short where I used all of these brushes. And I had a couple people ask me like, is it worth it? Do I need this brush set? Are they really different than Sigma's other brushes? Because I said that this brush set is all like 5 never before seen brushes, which like, sure, they may be new, but there are very similar brushes that Sigma already has. But there are a few brushes in here that I find myself, I keep reaching for them because I'm like, ooh, I actually do like these and I don't think I have anything similar to them. So out of all 5 of those brushes, my favorite is definitely the face contour brush. I really like the shape of this. Now the shape is really similar to the F12 that I use a lot. You can see they kind of have that like tulip shape, but this one is smaller. And I find that this works great with creams and powders, which is kind of different because I wouldn't use a cream with this brush, you know? So I've been doing like my cream bronzer, my cream blush, my powder bronzer, my powder blush with this, and I do really like it. I do think that the setting powder brush is very similar to the F24, so like, it's a setting brush, you know? They're all pretty similar. I didn't really like the angled cheek brush. I feel like this brush was a little too small. If you want a brush with the angle, they do have the F40 brush, I believe it is. It's just like Sigma's angled brush blush. I think it'll be slightly larger than this, which I would prefer over this one. And then for the all over face precision, I didn't really know what to use this brush for. I tried it for like highlighter, I tried it for blush. It's not like a need in my opinion. And then we have the eye and nose contour brush, and this one I have been liking more than I thought I would. I've really been enjoying the little nose contour right in here, kind of bringing down my nose, a little bloop, 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 bloop. It's honestly kind of similar to like an E25. Like the E25 might just have a tiny bit more of a little taper right here, but they're actually a very, very similar shape brush. And then the Brighten and Bake brush is nice too. I have been using this a lot for setting under my eye, but I also really like the F35. Is that right? So rubbed off. Yeah, the F35 for under my eyes. This one definitely has more of that kind of tulipy shape, but they kind of do the same thing. So I don't think the brush set is a need because like I said, there are similar brushes, but I have been enjoying it. All right, next I have some new eyeliners from Urban Decay. So they sent me this giant PR package that was full of these and there was like a little spinner in there, so that was fun. I was honestly pleasantly surprised by how much I like these. I've used them probably 5 times now. I actually used the green shade right in my inner corner today. I don't know, can you see that? The little bit of green right in there. So these are called the 24/7 Inks liquid liners. I think they have 8 or 10 shades or so. But what's nice about these is that the point is really fine and small. I did a fun little like graphic liner look and I found myself doing these like fun lines and shapes I've never really done on my eyes before. I personally really like the bright yellow and green shade, even the white. I think this would be nice to just add like little fun accents to your eyeshadow look, especially for like the spring and summer when you just want to add like a little pop to your eyeshadow look, or even just do a little cute little wing with this. Like, that's so fun. I do find that these wear really well. They don't fade throughout the day, so I'm a fan of these. I do have 2 blushes I want to talk about. I finally bought the viral Dior blush that everyone's been talking about since last year, I think. So it's the Color Awakening Universal Blush in the shade Pink. I don't understand the hype. I like the blush, don't get me wrong, but I don't know why it went like completely viral and everyone and their grandmother had to go out and buy it. I feel like on camera it doesn't show up how it does in the pan. It looks different in my viewfinder, but honestly, it's a pretty pink blush. Like, that's all I have to say about it. Will I use it? Yes. Do I think you need it? No. Oh, how much was it too? How much? I don't buy much Dior makeup, you know? It's $40. No. This next blush I want to talk about is worth it. So this is the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. I bought this like 2 or 3 months ago now, and I've really been liking this blush. It reminds me a lot of the Hourglass just blushes and powders, kind of has that baked glowy formula to it. It is so pretty on the cheeks. I think they're very inexpensive. It's Essence. I think they have maybe like 5 or 6 colors. I just picked up this one. The shade is called Cool Coral. I don't want to say it has a shimmer in here, but it just has a very pretty glow. So if you're familiar with Hourglass blushes, I think you would really like this, especially that it's inexpensive. I might pick up more shades of this. But do I need more blushes? Not really, but I love this one. I want to talk about a fragrance really quick because I don't talk about fragrances too often on my channel. I'm kind of picky about my fragrances. I like the small like Scentbird ones, and I've just kind of been more into like buying small size instead of full sizes. So this starts with like last December. I bought this Kayali Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli number 64. I love this perfume. I'm almost like halfway done with it, which is like really fast for me in a perfume, but oh, it's just a beautiful, sexy, warm vanilla scent. I've just been really into vanilla recently. Like, I did like 2 sprays of this the first time I wore it, and my boyfriend was obsessed with it all day. You know how like men just like vanilla? I love this too. And I was scrolling through Sephora, as I do like every day, and I saw this little Kayali Discovering layering set, and I was like, oh, that looks really fun. So it comes with all these little minis of their perfumes, and I thought this was a great idea. You know, just trying a bunch of samples of perfumes. Yes, it is like the tiny samples. It was $25, but for me, I think it's worth it. And it's nice too because this one that I bought is not in this set, so I got to try 8 new perfumes. Most of them I do like. The only one like I really dislike is the Invite Only Amber. I'm just not an amber. Oh, I turned it upside down so I remember not to grab for this one. But I really like the Vanilla 28. It's definitely a softer vanilla than the Rollerball size I have. I like the Musk one a lot. Like, I could see myself buying this one in a full size, especially for spring. It's a little more springy. I love the idea of a little discovery set like this. I honestly wish more brands would do this. It's just fun to try new fragrances. Also, when I bought this perfume, I didn't realize that Kayali is a brand under Huda Beauty, so that was kind of fun information. But like with how fragranced her makeup is, I think it's kind of smart for her to have a little perfume line, so I've really been enjoying these. I wanted to mention this self tanner I surprisingly really liked. It is the Saint Tropez Luxe Body Serum. I've used about that much of it so far. So I bought this because, like I said, I scroll Sephora literally every single night. I always look at the Just Drop page, and I saw Saint Tropez had this new self tanner, and I was really interested in this because it's a serum. I liked this because they said it was a really hydrating self tanner, and you also don't need to rinse it off. So you can just kind of like apply this and go throughout your day, and it just slowly gets darker and darker. The one issue I had with this is that it says it has a golden sheen that you can see where you're applying it. I had no golden sheen at all. I filmed a TikTok on this. I'll pop it up here or link it down below if you want to see it. But at first I was like, there's no golden sheen. Like, this just feels like a thick jelly water I'm applying on my skin. I didn't really think I'd see much color, but by the end of the day, I had the most beautiful natural tan. Even my boyfriend was like, your tan looks so natural. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. Because like, it's hard to get a natural tan, you know, but I really like this product. It smells really good too. It does not smell like a self tanner. I don't even know how to describe that. It is a little perfumey, but it's a nice smell. I don't know. It blends into the skin nicely. I just don't like that I can't really see exactly where I'm putting it, but I've self-tanned for so many years that I kind of know, you know, where to put the tanner. So I have really been enjoying this new self-tanner. Speaking of self-tanners, if you're a self-tanner, you know you kind of gotta moisturize and hydrate your body to make your tan last as long as possible so you don't get those like dry, scaly, flaky patches, you know? And I suck at moisturizing my body. Like, I have a lot of body to moisturize and I just don't want to deal with it. But I was scrolling through Sephora. How many times am I going to say that? And I saw this Water Balm Deep Hydration Body Mist. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So I've never heard of this brand before. Is it Hanny? But this body mist, I was like, oh, I can totally get some use out of this. I don't know if you can tell, but I've used about that much product. So I'm maybe almost halfway done with this. So what I do, I shower and I just like lightly pat off my body so there's still some water droplets, a little bit of moisture on my skin, and then I just spray this. I honestly just do like my boobs up because I'm still too lazy to moisturize my legs, but I'll spray this on my arms, my neck, and my chest pretty much, and you rub it in, you kind of notice that like lotiony feel to it. I like it, and my skin does feel moisturized, but it doesn't feel like super moisturized, but it definitely feels better than it would if I didn't put anything on my skin. But I also don't really like the scent of this. It does have a slightly, it's like rose mixed with something else, and I'm just not a fan of rose. So I don't love the scent, but I'll definitely finish this whole bottle. I don't know if I'd repurchase or not. I don't know, we'll see if it really makes a difference, especially like in the summer when I'm out in the sun more, like my skin's extra dry, so we'll see. All right, just want to talk about one more product. This is a hair product. This is the Bumble and Bumble Sunday Purifying Clay Wash. So this is a new product in their whole Sunday line. If you don't know what their Sunday line is, it's just kind of like their clarifying, like weekly reset, get all the gunk and product out of your hairlines. So it's actually a clay wash, which is kind of interesting, and it's supposed to replace your shampoo. You're supposed to use it weekly. So I've been using this about once a week, and I really do like it. So the thing with short hair is like, I put a lot of product in my hair because obviously I like my hair to stand straight up. If I don't have product in my hair will lay flat down to my face. So I put a lot of like texturizing spray, you know, just things in there to make it go up, right? So product builds up in my hair pretty fast, and especially on my scalp because like it's directly on my scalp. And so I use this once a week to really just cleanse out my hair. But I like this one a lot than other like clarifying, purifying shampoos I've tried because it doesn't leave my hair feeling like really stripped and dry. It still feels kind of hydrated. Like I almost feel like that I don't need conditioner after I use this product. I still condition, but I like the hydrating feel it gives me. It also says it works for all hair types and textures and is color safe and free of sulfate cleansers because I do know that some clarifying washes are not safe for colored hair. So that's good too. If you're in the market for something like this, I like it. All right, that is going to wrap up my first speed reviews video. Let me know if you like this. I thought it was fun that I got to talk about a bunch of products I've been actually using recently and give you guys a little mini review on. If you've tried any of these products, I would love to know your thoughts on them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.